Every month we try to rescue as many horses from auction as possible. Without us, these horses would be shipped to slaughter. The horses we find at auctions are very sad, dumped by their owners without a thought to their future. My name is Tawnee Preisner. I'm founder of Plus Humane Society. I want to share my story. When I was a little girl, I loved animals, and especially horses, but as I got older, I realized horses needed to be rescued. When I was 19 years old, I began going to auctions and saving as many horses as I could on a very limited budget. That's when Plus Humane Society was founded, when I was only 19 years old. I knew these horses being sold at auction were going to slaughter. When I was growing up, my neighbor was a kill buyer and shipped horses to slaughter. I made it my goal to save as many horses as I could from that horrible fate. I knew I couldn't save them all, but for the ones I could save, it would make a world of difference to them. I began to save a lot of horses from auctions. The things I saw at auctions hurt my heart in so many ways. So many abused, neglected horses, I had to do something for them. I had to save them. Sitting there and so many auctions watching kill buyers buy horses just broke my heart. The conditions of the auctions were also horrific for the most part. Some pens even having open nails for horses to step on. The kill buyers' trailers were always waiting, and the auctioneers were always rattling off, selling the horses. The kill buyers weren't the nicest people, and so many of the horses were injured in the process. This horse was young, had never been tied, and their owners drug it into the trailer and kicked its back legs to get into the trailer. I knew I had to save as many of these horses as I could. One time, pulling into an auction to load up horses I had saved, this poor horse was trying to be loaded. She didn't know how to lead. She ended up collapsing on the ground. They kicked her, they beat her. It was just so painful to watch. And finally they didn't know what to do, and she was collapsed on the ground, and I bought her for $50 on the ground and saved her, and she's a wonderful horse now. Over the course of all these years rescuing horses, I've seen so many horrible things that have happened to horses. It just hurts my heart, and sometimes I can't take it.
I hate seeing horses suffer like this. I hate seeing any animal suffer. But he shouldn't have had to go through that. He just...
When I'm all alone, I just have to let it out sometimes. But whenever I look into the eyes of the horses that we're trying to save, I know I'm doing the right thing. I have to save them. Who else will if I don't? Their owners dumping them at auctions just because they're too skinny or they're too old. I can't let that happen and just turn a blind eye and not save them. But it takes a lot of money.
They're going to slaughter right now. Those ones loading up in that trailer right now. It's really sad. And some people, like, I hear that, those horses loading up onto the killer truck. I hear that every time I go to these auctions, and it's heartbreaking because I could have saved them if there was more donations. And I have people say, oh, if I would have known, I would have donated. Every time I go to auctions like this, there's horses that load onto these trucks, and it's devastating. I can't save them all, but with donations I can sure save a lot more.
Some people want to say that slaughter doesn't happen. I've looked into the slaughter trucks. I have seen the dying horses that are getting trampled in these trailers. Slaughter is alive and well. It's just not happening in the United States. They're being exported out, and it's cruel and a horrible process. This horse died in my arms. I was able to save him, and the only thing I could do was let him pass away in my arms. It's horrible what happens to our horses in the United States. So please, help me. I need your help to save these horses. Every month, every week, they're sold at auctions, and with your help, we can save them. But I can't do it alone. Please, make a donation now.